This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people. Uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going. The belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given. They're taken. And I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset. My choices. My willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit. Because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
What goes on? What's the deal? How's everybody doing? It is... It is Pain Management Thursdays here. Yeah. No, today is worse than yesterday, Jay. Appreciate you asking me. You look good in green. Thank you. You look good. So, yeah, cortisone shot in about 2 hours. Until then, it's pain. Yeah, I drank my last med yesterday. I finished my steroids yesterday. Yeah, no, that was it. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. So we'll be a quick stream. Yeah, yes and no. No, we're gonna run the stream. I'm just not gonna do Inner Circle today. I'm not talking. I'm not talkative. I feel like crying, honest. I'm in so much fucking pain. It's ridiculous. But I can't just lay down in bed and be a fucking bum until my shot. I can, but like I won't be proud of myself. Zoom door. Wait, I invited people? Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me let people in. I forgot. I forgot I invited people for today. My bad. Welcome, Zoom gang. How are you guys? Hope all is well. I think it's got something to do, like the pain being worse, it's got something to do with the Knicks losing yesterday. God, that was a shit game. What a collapse. News at 8:30. That's right, I remember the only news of the week was on Thursday. Alright, what do we have? Ooh, we got unemployment. Chat, you guys are going to be part of the statistic today. Today is your day. Unemployment claims. Ooh, they talk about you. What are they going to say? This is going to be fun. USD. Oh, and 9:45, we got PMI. Oh, we got Fartbox 10:30. Holy shnikes. What the fuck's going on? So today is, we newsin'. Yeah. Summer snoozing and we newsin'. They were up by 9 in the final minutes of the game. They were up 14 with 2 to go. They were up 17 in the fourth. What a fucking joke. Literally like last year. No difference from last year's team. And to who? Like, Pacers looked like shit the whole game, and then in the fourth quarter, they looked like fucking Barcelona with Messi on it. It was... joke. More people at the Zoom door. Come on in. Wow, what a lovely trade it would have been. How much was this 30 minutes ago? 150 pips? God, this was lovely. This would have been tough. It's a big stop. Maybe you could have used the 15. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Congrats to anybody that took that. That was a lovely trade down here. A super level. This was a super level. I took on the 15, got BE hit. Then on the 30, I did not take it because it already tapped to those resistance on the 15. Oh man, I would have took it on the 30 again. As soon as it rebroke again, would have took it again with another, you know, with a stop at the break of the lows. Because it didn't really do anything on the 15. It did like kind of what you want, but then still closed bullish. This could have been a pineapple position here on that bottom wick, right? Let's say you were in here on the 15 on the stop and a stop on the break of the lows as you're driving, right? And it closes like this. Yeah, as this is pulling back, once you start getting close to this low, I'm probably pineapple right there. Because you're getting a bullish closure, and then you're also getting a bottom wick entry here. And if you hit stops, it's only like another 2 or 3 pips. Yeah. The super level. Got a nice buy on the super level. Yeah. Nah. This motherfucker. Wix, what is that? It's a super level. Motherfucker deserves a cape. Leave me alone. It's his cape. And that's just how it be flowing in the wind and shit. Honestly, this shit looks like a 30-gallon trash bag. Fuck the super level. Get in this fucking trash, fool. And that's what goes on in Wix 9's head 24/7. It's an ugly closure here for New York Open, but we're gonna have to deal with it. hooked on Kermit. You know what? There should have been. I didn't create a YouTube post today. You're gonna get a post with a Zoom link. I'm gonna be changing these things up. There we go. I just posted a Zoom link. Oh, House passes Trump's big beautiful bill. W. That is a W. Would you on the 30 would have taken break a highs or flip break a highs? We've learned our lesson. I think we had this discussion with Jay a couple of times. Right here, it would have been a break at the highs. While you're within that wick, you can still reject and come down. I think I've done it twice in the last month. Pineapples? Yeah. Will you take a flip position? No. Not yet. So, I mean, I do see a drive coming up from this area up. So it just really depends how you mark your level, right? You can have a level here. You can have a level here. Personally, I'd like a closure above here, but I don't mind forming a resistance at this area as well. I'm not too excited about, you know, this little range here. This little range. It's 70 pips, right? But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can trade it, but then I would look at it like this, probably. You just don't want to have nothing in the way, right, when you're entering. I was going to take that flip at 732, but not the break at the last high, but I didn't have time to enter. Me neither, honestly. When I turned on the charts, that move was just playing out as I was turning on the charts, and it was already like 25, 30 pips in profit. I was like, oh man, literally by like 5 minutes, by like 3 minutes. But it wouldn't have been on stream. I wouldn't have had time to turn on the stream. It would have been just a signal channel position. You hear an echo on Zoom and on YouTube. That should not be happening. Hold on. Ah, that's what it is. Hold on. 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 That's what it is. W. What? Pain's gone. No, that hurt, but it was worth it. Yo. Oh, wow. No, that hurt my shoulder, but it was definitely worth the fucking dance. Yeah. We just bumped into a banger by complete accident. Oh shit. All right, we got 10 seconds here for news. Let's see what happens. Hold on, let me turn it on. Boom. Okay, no boom. This is unemployment claims. Pending. You're all fired. Everyone's unemployed. Ooh. Neutral, but technically good numbers, right? Less unemployment is good. Gold should come down. All right, it is going to take a good half hour for my shoulder to come back into like to any kind of normalcy where I can formulate a decent thought. Back-to-back neutral numbers. Yeah. They're going to get better because as the factories are built, there's going to be so much more taxpayers, right? So you're going to see the unemployment numbers go down. You'll probably see gold go down with that too. Yeah, it's good for currency, so gold will drop. People at the Zoom door. Oh, a whole bunch of you. My apologies. I don't want to hurt anymore. How does that song go? Yeah, good luck if you're taking a news trade. Yeah, the ship moved all of 20 pips. Where you said you would take buys up like an hour ago, you have a resistance at 32.97.5. Would that not matter? I don't have a resistance at 32.97. Nah, you have a resistance at 32.97. I don't have a resistance at 32.97. Nah, I'm not worried about that. No. This is minor. We just blasted right through it. I'm expecting, like in times like this, I'm expecting same clean range and the same mirror. I'm not worried about closing above here, but then if you were, you closed above here and you wanted the next one, go right there. There's the next one. But no, I'm looking at this super level. And really, people that have been here like for a few years, or remember like a few years back, like yeah, this is like they probably having an easier time because this is just one of those positions, very simple. Went all the way to target here too. Target would have been here, 3308. Not gonna lie, I'm a major stream hopper from all the streams. Wix is the only guy that responds to all the questions at some point. Well, it's not too hard to respond here. There's like only 200 to 300 of you nowadays, so like it's not flying. So I can see a lot of it. The chat's not really zooming. Nah, I've been in slow streams where they don't respond. Shit. I've seen fast streams where they don't respond either. And there's an abundance of things you can respond to. Welcome back, Warrior. Where were you? War. Oh, Brazil? Oh, you were in Brazil. What were you doing in Brazil? What are you doing? That dance was fire? Yeah, that's how they dance in Brazil. Bro, chill, you're gonna hurt your shoulder. There's no way I can hurt it even worse. If anything, I might by mistake solve the issue. Ooh, free breaking the slow here. Not a big fan of that. Be careful here. There's a level where we've pulled up from. You see this heavy drive? You can find a support here and continue up. So I'd rather retest the highs and then break the lows again. There's a minor level here, right where we're at. And if you look, remember I said mirror from that area? If we're mirroring the push up here, then, closed above, found support, and then it pushed up heavy again. So I'd want to see a bearish closure probably below here, and then maybe a top hook and then come down. But be careful with this area here. If it comes down, it's okay. You just don't need to be at risk in this situation, because obviously here, you after tapping this area, you're probably better off now closing above here and then looking for the buy up instead of looking for that sell here. Right, so if we can find a support here and push up, this would be great. There's a lot of range, a lot of room. The thing is, we came up very cleanly and came down cleanly, so you know there's no guarantee that this holds. But if it doesn't, then you want the closure, you want the bullish closure below here, and then you want a break of that, you know, to come down. We'll see. Would I say we're bullish? It's difficult to say bullish or bearish in this range. You know, in terms of where the market is going. Right? You're in this chop. We could do, if we knew bullish bearish, I would just take an entry here. We're in this chop. Number one. Number two, on the smaller time frame, we also have no guarantee of a breakdown or a break up. We could have buys or sells here in the next 15 minutes, and it really depends how this level starts forming. We might not have anything in the next 15 minutes. What the fuck? 57 losses? I always miss the losers? What? What are you saying? Ha 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 ha. Try yoga? Bro, I can't turn my neck. You want me to bend? Yeah. Ideally, this can come up here. The thing is, right, at this area, when we were here, because you got to take note of, right? When we did all the... Oh, your mother. Yo, mama. When we did this whole drive here, we were pulling up. Now that we're doing this whole drive here, we were driving down. So as this was the drive, this could be the pullback. And this could be the drive. What you need is a little Asian chick with a little feet to hop on your back and do some karate. What, like one of those happy ending places? But you go over there and like, nah. I don't want a happy ending. I need... I need Suzuki and Yamaha over there to do a little Tai Chi, crouching tiger, hidden dragon on my back. No happy ending. Oh, you're very kinky. You want to play karate. No, bitch, my back hurts. Family channel? Yeah, hi, mom. Ah. Oh, you pay with dollar. Very nice. I always feel like when you call the massage place and when you call the Chinese food place, it's the same woman running the show. She's just running the city. She's like Miss Info, the directory. You want a $5 sake plus egg foo young and egg roll? I'm like, yes! Yes!
As long as it's not by her.
You finally understand. Yo, it's weird. You know what? I go to my Chinese place. I went yesterday and there was 4 Mexicans cooking the food. My girl's like, this is the best Chinese food I ever ate. I was like, yeah, because they got the Mexicans making it. She's like, is it me or the quality of food gone up? I was like, nah, it's just, it's the legals are making it now. Your impersonation reminded me of that scene in South Park where Cartman tried to buy jewelry from that Asian lady. You know what? I don't remember, and I think I've seen every South Park episode. Fun fact, Caesar salad was created in Tijuana. Okay. Damn. So the Chinese didn't make that, huh? $15 closed. Yeah, I know 15 closed. I know 15 closed, but I'd rather pull up here. Find support here. We'll look for buys at this area. Well, now it's 1,434 and 1. And leave it to the Knicks to be part of the worst statistic possible. Shitbags. They just don't have any depth at point guard. Brunson's out, and like, that's it. And Brunson had, like, he had a monster game, but an off game. Like, how do you have like a 40-point off game? Do I think this clean range to the upside will be filled? It's a lot of range here. Yeah, I do. Maybe not today, but at some point I do. At some point we will find a support, and when that happens, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That'll be a fun run to 4,000 by the end of the year. Oh man, this track, he be spitting. You guys ever heard this track? They be spitting. When can we look for sells? I would like a bearish closure below 33.04, and I would like a top wick made on the next candle, and then a break at the lows. I mean, a top wick made for this previous candle. So I would really, ideally, like to come up to 33.15. Or we could see a bullish closure below here. So if we mark this off as a level, right, let's get rid of this. Then let's actually make it a level. I'll take sells if we see this. I'll take an impulse sell and a break it out low. Well, it won't be an impulse sell. It will be a sell stop. But we would need to do that. Or we're just going to fill the range down, honestly. It's the only way of taking a sell here. Yeah, it needs to respect resistance just for the sake of drawing, because where we were. Right, because if we close back in range like this on the next candle, probably looking for this again. But if we close below, this. Personally, the easier position is the push back up or the sells below here. Those are the easier positions. Above here, below here. Even though this is clean range, you actually have to set up for an entry through that clean range. Oh, green candle I want on the 15 to 30. Either or, I don't mind. Spotted close below and running. Let it run. Gold got the runs sometimes. Sometimes it got the runs. Why do you want to see a bullish candle respecting resistance? What's the difference if it does not? Can it fake out then? Yeah, but like if it respects it after attempting to push up, it just gives us an extra confirmation that if we do start breaking the lows, we're going to break the lows driving down off resistance. I don't know, that track is negatively affecting my pain for some reason. It's making my arm hurt more. Said, nuh-uh. It's just something about the strings. Or the wind instruments. 3304 is also a 4-hour level, no? Yeah. 3304 is also a 4-hour level, no? Yeah. Uh-oh. 3304 is also a 4-hour level. Yeah. You got YouTube on, and you're unmuted, so we hear echo. There we go. Not a game. No, not again. Remix! Ow, ow, ow. I need to stand
The
up.
only reason I had the YouTube on because I can't hear it through the Zoom as well. So I turned on the YouTube so I can hear the song because you turned it back down.
Yeah. My arms just started hurting sharply. Come on, arm. Function, damn it. Give me a minute. Are you hungover? No, I don't drink. Shoulder pain at all-time highs. That's a fact. Let's see. We just opened up on this hourly, right? No bottom wick. Looking like a fake out. Back out. Yeah, it's just this pain's overall. It's affecting everything in every aspect of my life. I can't film the content, the videos that I have planned. I can't, do any physical activity. I can't go buy a new couch. Can't move my old couch. Can't throw out the garbage. I can't go to the gym. That is the word. I haven't been in the gym in like a month. Can't do anything. Just, like for people that exercise, when you go to the gym regularly, when you stop, like it eats at you. It's like another day. Someone somewhere else is getting ahead of me. No, I can't do leg day. I can't do, like, I'll be doing lunges around the pool and I'm in pain. Okay. I thought, all right, I'm gonna do legs and abs till this goes away. Nuh-uh. I can't do anything. Yeah, I can't.
Are you talking lunges with no weights at all on your hands?
Yeah, I'm
lunges?
talking lunges with no weights, just doing like 200 lunges around the pool. I was like, all right, I could do that. Like,
right.
And I couldn't even do a whole, full lap, just one walk around the pool. I did one side and I was just like this, bent over to the side with my neck. Like, oh. Yeah, dude told me, he was like, the chiropractor, I was like, I need to exercise. He's like, well, you're not allowed to do all these big ones, but you could definitely still exercise. I was like, so what do? He's like, walk. I was like, no, that's just what I do to get somewhere, but what do I do for exercise? He was like, stretch. I'm like, no. You see, our definition of exercise is different. That's why you're a fat fuck and I'm in shape. He said walk and stretch. I was like, bro, that's what I do to just move about.
He said walk. He said I didn't get this way by just walking. That's just a part of living.
I do that shit just to get somewhere. What do you mean go walk? He's like, I walk all the time.
I need to ride a scooter everywhere. I gotta go to the kitchen. I'll be right back. Where's my scooter?
He said walk and stretch. That was the solution. Walk and stretch. Those are my favorite things to do. I teach you how to walk and stretch. I'm that dude at the gym. Like me, there's different personalities at the gym. Somebody just be sitting on their phone. Somebody be like this. Somebody always deep in conversation. Somebody always in a conversation with somebody else at the gym, right? And then there's the guy that walks around that just bops his head all the time, like half dancing, like between sets, right? Then there's the guy that's always in like all the sweaters, like 20, 30 sweaters, right? Then you got the big bro at the gym just walking around. Right? And so me, I'm the guy at the gym that after every set, I walk up and down the gym just stretching and like I'm that guy. That's me at the gym. Me, like I'll do my set and I'll leave my shit on the seat. I'll walk and stretch, like my shoulder, everything. You know, I'll pull in. I'll do some pull-ups in between the set. I'll walk over. Somebody's just doing cable pull downs and they finished. I'll walk over. I'll do it real quick. Go right back to my shit. People be like, "You jumping in?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm just stretching, dog." I'm that guy at the gym. Gummy worms between sets like the powerlifters? No, I can't eat nothing at the gym. But I'd be having mad gummy worms right after. Well, that really pushed up. I was wondering, can we have taken that? But there's no bottom wick on the current candle, right? And the previous hourly closed bearish, so you can't really take that pull up without a bottom wick. Just logically. I can already see Stephen A. Smith's meltdown today. Like on first
I
take.
can't wait. I
On
can't
first
wait.
take, he's gonna have a fucking meltdown. I can already see it.
I was talking about that all night at work. Like, man, I can't wait to see Stephen A.
Yeah,
He's gonna be sad. His face gonna be longer than his forehead.
He's gonna be doing his best Mad Dog impression today. I know they're gonna have him on the opening segment. There's no way they don't have him on an opening segment. They got to take out Halliburton like they took out, what's his name? What's his name? Jason Tatum. They got to Tatum that guy. We can't let Halliburton have another 30-point game. I don't understand why they don't play him like boxing one. Just get somebody and just hold his jersey the entire game. Just glue somebody to him. Face guard him, yeah, Hunter Tesla. You got to get somebody that's gonna irritate him the whole game. Like get your bench players to just fucking hold his jersey the whole game like that. You got 8 people on the bench. You don't play. Like you wear him out. You gotta stay in the game for the fourth quarter, right? But have him be worn out or like 5 fouls where he's not a factor. Because Halliburton's a problem. I don't like him. No matter how a lot of people in the league don't like him, but he's a problem. Oh man. Moving on up to the east side. Four-hour looking mean. By the way, gang, if you're here right now and you're sitting here trying to pass the challenge, stop that bullshit. Go get an instant funded account on Top 1 Futures, right? Instant funding. No challenge. Instant. Skip the challenge. Challenge yourself with making money, not passing tests. little Lance Stevenson action, like when he guarded Bron. Lance Stevenson went to my high school. He came into high school the year I left, like the very following year, I believe. That's what it was. It was a really big line of big time New York Hoopers, like that were coming in through my high school at the moment, or at that time, right? Because that line, it was, besides the fact that Marv Albert went there, right, the greatest broadcaster of all time, but they went from in '98, they went from '97 having Marbury, then '98 having Sebastian Telfair, and then in like 2000 having Lance Stevenson. Like those high school teams were stacked. Yeah. Chat's like, what the fuck's Wicket's talking about? We don't know these guys. You gotta be part of the culture. Yeah, what happened to Lance? Where is he? He's not playing no more, right? He's out the league. How old is he? Chase spam until we reach 200 likes. I don't even think that's possible with the amount of burners on here. Dump, dump, dump. Dump, dump, dump. In the YouTube scene. Yeah, everybody goes to the YouTube scene. One-on-one with Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley was a problem coming into the league. And then he had his career. He's a good college player.
It'll be interesting to see if Detroit keep him or not.
Oh, Beasley?
They saying they may try to make a little move or something before the season starting. Who would they use and trading power or whatever? But I want to keep him.
Yeah, you get rid of Beasley. You like his Miami Heat? I think his Miami Heat era is what fucked him up. Like, if he was on a different team, he should have been way better. Howitzer Wixie? Isn't that a gun? Or a tank? Howitzer Wix. Wagwan, what you say, Mayu? Cannon. 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 Oh, wow, look at that friggin' closure right at it too. I don't know, maybe for NYC Open we close above? Yeah, it's 9 minutes here. Some volume. Or does this hourly flip? Any 13 Bravos in here right now? I don't know. Bravos. That's an island Game of Thrones. I've been watching that lately. Welcome to crypto. What is that? May never die? Yeah, winter is coming. Ow. I wonder if this shit would hurt if we were in like zero G. If we were in like no gravity. But I still feel this friggin' pain. All right, well, we haven't gone anywhere. Winter arc. When I have pain, I talk to my therapist. Men have feelings too. Like, you see, this is... Chat, piece of advice. Never invite anyone into your schizophrenia. They'll steal your dolphin, Vladimir. Just chill in your own schizophrenia. Telling you, enjoy your own schizophrenia on your own. Yeah, they'll steal your dolphin and move you out the castle. Oh, so 9:30 coming up here. Expecting some volumito. Who's off the meds? Farzo, typically. Usually. Is it safe to sell gold right now where it is? Sell gold right now where it is? Is it fine? Like, yeah, but you're just gonna need an impossible sequence of events to play out here in perfect order against all odds, and then it's fine. Then it's fine. One minute to NYSE Open, I know. We are 1 minuting. Wow. Halliburton did this shit against the Cavs. You got to take him out now.
You know, the funny thing is, Brunson was getting all that hype up into this series.
Brunson still
fourth
scored
quarter.
40, but he was useless.
No,
at
I'm
the
just saying,
end.
as
He
far
was
as
gassed out because they
that
ran
fourth
him
quarter
the whole game.
takeover, you know, even when Brunson only got 30, he'll still turn it on and get 10 or 13 in that fourth quarter to seal it. And he just wasn't that guy today. It was the other guy.
I felt it. I was watching them as soon as the lead got down to like 7, 5. I was like, "Yep, no." Like, you can tell they're mentally they're done, and the Pacers are just turning it up. If it was going to overtime, it was over.
And the thing about it, if the coach in New York ain't careful, he can run them 7 guys to death. Why New York?
He always does. He does that every year. And the thing is,
exactly. So
like,
they're gonna be
Brunson
tired
played
out
with 5 fouls. There was so much defense he couldn't play. There were so many just easy buckets for the guards, fourth quarter and overtime, because Brunson had 5 fouls. He couldn't foul. He had to back off every time somebody drove.
Indiana's gonna run. That's what they're gonna do. That's for sure.
That's the problem.
So,
The Knicks are dumb. They got caught in that. They started running with them. Where are you running to? They got 10, 12 guys that can run. You guys play 7.
you guys are at home. You know what I mean? It's first game. chill.
They should
Can't do
have, but
that.
that's the problem. They should have made the game slow. They should have made them slow down. Pacers
Mm-hmm.
want to run? Nah, we're gonna hold this. We're gonna hold every shot clock, 24 seconds, all 24 seconds. You are not running. Because Knicks are a better team in the half court. Pacers are just way better in
Absolutely.
transition.
Absolutely.
Knicks,
In half court,
and
yeah.
Knicks can't guard transition. Towns sucks on defense. Like everybody blows by him. That's why they got to bring out what's his name? Mitchell Robinson. He's a beast on the boards, but he shoots like 30% free throws.
Yeah.
On offense.
It's something about that offensive guy who still don't have that dog in him. To me, his confidence ain't there. Something. I mean, I ain't saying he ain't confident, but something about Townsend is he too big to not be beasting. You know what I mean?
I think if the Knicks had a good backup point guard, like someone like a Drew Holiday, you know what I mean? Someone like that, or like the white guy on white boy on Pacers. What's his name? They need somebody. They need a dog like that.
Didn't that guy? Yeah, I had him last year. That white guy that had the trade.
Oh, DiVincenzo. Yeah, I think
Like
he would
him.
lock down Halliburton.
Like him. Yeah, I like him.
But they chose the offense. They chose Mikal Bridges. Mikhail. That's a Russian name. Mikhail. Someone randomly yells out, Porzingis! Bro, that was a different team last series. Porzingis moves at like 0.75 speed. He moves like a slowed down video on YouTube. Slow-mo. He's in slow mode. Slow motion. Slow motion format. Slow motion format. We just need some closures outside these ranges. Wherever we go at this point, right? Whether we can come up or down, we just need a closure outside. Pacers had a 0.2% chance to win with 3 minutes to go. 0.2 Vegas game. That means the Knicks were 99.8% likely to win that game with 3 minutes to go. You guys seen this shit on ESPN? That's so
what the bet would have been. The bet would have paid out if you'd have jumped on the Pacers at that point. Oh,
yeah, that would have paid.
Man,
who's taking that bet though? I don't know anyone taking that bet at that point. I don't even.
No, they would have it on. Trust me, they would have it on there. They would have it on there because no one's going to assume they're going to do that. So they would have it on there. I'm on DraftKings.
What shot was that to tie the game or to win it from Halliburton? That shit bounced. Like, what are the chances of that? Bounced off the back of the rim over the shot clock, over the height of the shot clock, just to fucking go right through the hoop? Nah, that shit was set up. Aliens did it. I don't know. That shot at that time, like that.
No, if the aliens would have done it, he would have been behind that 3-point line and to close the game out.
Nah, they wanted to rub it into the Knicks' faces. They're like, no, let's keep him on our court longer. We need to prolong this misery. He did the little choke with Reggie watching. It was wild. I watched the first one. I watched Reggie do it live on TV.
Yep. Deja vu.
Neesmith getting that back. It depends. We'll see how he plays. But if he plays like he played yesterday, yeah. The thing is, he had some. I thought he wasn't gonna be an issue because he got into some early foul trouble. He had 3 fouls, I think, in the second quarter. So I was like, all right, Neesmith's not gonna be an issue. They're just gonna get him 5 fouls, get him to sit. Toppin is always a problem since he was with the Knicks. I always liked Toppin. All right, what are we doing here? We're coming back down for the hourly flip. 20 minutes on the hourly. It's technically NYSE just opened. 7 minutes. We should be seeing some volume. Where's it gonna take us? Where's it gonna take us? This is good. This is good. If we can only just come back up and close above. If the Knicks win, I would rather they play the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves are a better matchup for the Knicks, like man to man. Plus, it would make for a better series because there would be the 2 teams that traded, right? That traded for each other's best players or for each other's centers, and DiVincenzo was part of the deal. Towns was part of that deal. So that's gonna be the greatest storyline. Imagine the Knicks and the Timberwolves, because technically nobody got the worst of that deal. Both teams got better in that deal. It's very rare that teams in the NBA make a deal and everyone gets better. But both teams got better in that deal. And now if both of them make it to the finals because of that deal, like it was they can't be like, oh, we shouldn't have made that deal. No, you guys got to the finals because of that.
The following year, yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, both of y'all to go to the finals the following year, that's crazy.
Sells make sense right now? No, I'm going to wait this to pull up and close above. Not selling here. No way. It could come down. I'm just not going to mess with it. It could also bounce up from right here and straight up. Now once it goes below here, then I'll look for the sells. So are we getting the bottom wick for the 30, top wick for the hourly? Which one is it? I hate trading chops like this. Oh, is there news right now too? 9:40. 9:45. Huh. News in 4 minutes. Yeah, I think we'll leave this. We'll leave this range. Look at the 4 hour. What if the 4 hour holds bullish here? Technically, the break of that 4 hour high takes you up here. $300 pip TP for a 300 pip stop loss. Thing is, if this 4 hour closes weak, very weak, you break that high, you can definitely come down. Come on. Pull up. Pull up. What's up, Mo? That's my spot, Mo. BTC 300K soon? Not soon enough. I need that shit right now. Right now. All right. 45 seconds to news. Oh. Excuse me. 20 seconds. Good numbers on both. So that's the rest of that was the last red folder. We have an orange folder and then a yellow folder in the next 15 minutes and 45 minutes respectively. But good numbers nonetheless right now in a red folder. So we should be coming down on gold. Yet gold is pulling back up. We're holding again. Any plans? Let's get these closures. If the news was not there, then you took the sell when the 1 hour flips in red. Flips in red. Any plans? I didn't. You did that. You say it. Hey, this is what I did. Right now, you're securing profits. There's the news. $100 Piparuskis. Nice. Potential buys from the support is valid. Personally, I'd rather come up here, find resistance, and retest the lows we just made. just think that would set up quicker because a push back up should happen fairly quickly if we bounce up. Right, we've already had a closure here, so at this time there's less orders here, right? We just cleared that area. If we come down here, it should be either a quick push through or a quick bounce up. This way, this is what I'm saying, if we bounce up, I'd rather form the resistance here and continue down. But if we just push through right now, which it looks like we will, we'll look for closures below. But when price does this kind of thing, it usually doesn't stick around at the area where you've had a closure, right? They'll just bounce or drive through. Because like I said, all these orders have been cleared out. There's no point of sticking around here. This is interesting. Because that was the first push down. The 5 should technically retest the lows here. And the first thing it does was come down here. Yeah, I was looking to see if we get a top look on the 5, maybe we get a flip, start filling this wick. But at this point, you can't. It's tough to take the 5 here because now you were expecting this bottom wick before. Now I just wouldn't expect it a second time if we flip bullish. Yeah, the 5 would have been a news trade. We have range still untested earlier, 15-minute way. Well, this wick down here, it will get filled. Whether we do it now or later, this wick is going to get filled. This is a clean range, this whole wick. With the news coming out, bearish for gold. With the current volume pushing down, I say we break it and fill it pretty soon. Yeah, 4 hour. Well, 4 hours going to close bearish 2 minutes. This is range to fill down, right? But sometimes you look at retest for support to take buys up again. Yes, I just know what needs to form. I was just saying the likelier possibility of the better trade would be the pull up so we can, you know, find a resistance and refill the range down. But a support would just take longer to establish. Price pumping. Yeah, gold's plummeting here. This isn't going to drive the market. No one gives a shit about existing home sales. It's driving because of PMI right now. There's that break of the low we just spoke about. Right, looking like it's going to fill that wick here now. 5 seconds for the 4-hour close. Where are we closing? Above the 4-hour support. Still like feel like we come back to it. That's an ugly 1 hour though. No bottom wick. Yeah, I would love to take that top wick, not with this no wick here on this 1 hour. There's a lot of range here to the downside that it just filled. Look at that pump. Straight to support. Unbelievable. I mean, I can't say unbelievable, right? We're seeing a lot of volume and it's news right now. So that it is what it is, right? You just see there's no advantage point here. There's really no bottom wick. Look at this hourly. It had a nice top wick. This bottom wick here is very small. Not much to take advantage of. I don't know. I would rather wait. And you have no stop. Any break of the lows, your stop is 300. Over 300 pips. Hold on. So
Order filled.
who just filled an order? I heard order filled.
That was my closing out my.
Oh, all right. All right. Somebody open a position.
I just ran another 100. You said it's gonna fill the wick, so I said let's fill the wick.
Yeah, I mean, hold on. So you took another 100 pips. Good job. All right. Yeah, I'm just watching it drive down here. Or
I didn't mean to scare you like that.
they gonna think it's me. They'll be like, hold on, Wix just took an order. What music am I playing? It's called 12 hours of copyright-free music, free background music for YouTube videos and content creators. It's a banger. Yeah, there's no problem with what I said with the fact that it's likely to fill that wick. The issue comes up when you're talking about risk management. There's no stop. Look at this massive 1 hour pull. Like if you decide to hold this support and start pumping up, it's just not worth the risk for me personally. It's not worth opening up to that risk when I can just take a setup that I'm going to be pretty confident in. Super level. Yeah. Another super level. Buys. I think sells set up quicker than buys here. Hear me out. If this 15 closes bearish, right? Any kind of bearish, not too deep in range. Right, if we close something like this, I'm looking for a top wick here and a flip to fill the wick. We'll have a stop, we'll have range, and we understand that we need to retest the lows. We'll have a top wick bouncing off resistance. If we have all these things, I will take a sell on the flip of the next candle. Problem is, how is this candle going to close? It's got another 10 minutes to fuck around. So, you want to fuck around and find out right now, or are you going to wait? What do we need for buys to happen? We would need a bullish closure back up above here. Or start printing right at the level here. Start actually making a range. Right? Somewhere between here and here. Right. Got a closure. Something like this. This I would love to look for buys here. Depending how this closes, maybe even here. But the way market moves in these situations, you'll get a quicker entry somewhere within here for sells than within here for buys. I know you see it moving down, so you're like, oh, can I hop in off support? But it's not closing yet. You see how fast it's moving down to back up. Oh, damn it. I forgot to change the bit rate. No, it says connection excellent, but it says recommend suggestion. Change your bit rate to 6800. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Gotta sit up. Gotta sit up. Ow. I like it when we talk. It helps me not concentrate on the pain.
How about them Knicks?
You're not serious right now, bro.
Well, I'm trying to distract you.
Be serious. Let's be serious here. I need you to serialize.
That's what friends are for.
What are we gonna do now? Are we gonna move up the rest of the way now? After this super level? Yeah. Yo, imagine the daily flips. I doubt it. Look at this range. But then if we come down here, look at this. There's so much range, like above and below where we're at. Look at this. Cucumbers taste better pickled. That would make them pickles. Cucumba. Cucumba, cucumba. Big stops, yeah, and there's a chance this comes down here into range. I'd want to make that attempt to come down first. It's not a clear and obvious buy just yet. You can still come back down here and start filling the wick back down. You could also re-break highs. This can get interesting. Ideally, this 5 flips down. With the level we're at. Money printer on the 5, what, to come down? Okay. MDMA got you feeling like a champion. City never sleeps, better pop you an Ambien. There's a money printer on the 5? No, there's a money printer on the out. No, this whole stream is a fucking money printer. Just win. Just win. Wicks you rolled back in the days, back in the 1900s? I dabbled. What? That's some shit you're doing, don't tell nobody.
And some you usually don't ask somebody. Especially on a stream.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. That's gonna be a fun dinner. It's gonna be a fun dinner. Fun family dinner next time. Blue Buddhas, blue dolphins. Them green and yellow, purple hills. Can we get some position? Hold on, we got a minute and a half to the 15. I was gonna run to the bathroom. I gotta pee, but I'm gonna hold on. I wanna see how we close. How do we close? But we'll get a drink though. Hold on. made it. I made it. Ooh, man. I closed right at it, huh? I don't know. Feel like it's gonna flip, but that closed right at the level. It's so iffy. I don't know, because we can re-break the lows here as well. I see it coming up. I know we made a bottom wick, but like that's so arbitrary. It's so at it, it's almost annoying. I think we're gonna wait here on this candle. Let's see if this candle can close. And maybe this will give us a better stop now. Because we can also come back down here. I don't know. Do we respect it or do we close above, right? But if this candle maybe gives us something. And it's also got this bottom wick we can utilize as a stop, right? And the break of highs becomes much smaller. So we were so bearish coming down here. The 7:30 a.m. Eastern candle is a yeah, the next 15 didn't drive, but it pulled up, right? It created a better range. Right at this level too, right? Where we're at right now. That's the one we were talking about. That happened right before stream as we were hopping on. But the thing is, in this case, it doesn't necessarily have to be the... Because that was only a 15 closure, right? Before it was a 30 and then the 15 gave it to you. Now this is only a 15 closure, much weaker. So it might not even play out at all. We might come down, right? We're going to need that 30 and then a 15. So it's going to take probably a couple more candles here. Technically, this is the money printer, but market is kind of bearish, so it's a bit riskier to take buys here without the proper closures, right? So just wait. Like, if it's riskier, wait. You don't need to be like, all right, yeah, I'm just going to risk it. I mean, you risk it when it's a higher probability. Ow, ow, ow. Sorry, I'm trying to find a comfortable position for my arm. But we got some weighting involved here. Some more weight. Bring you guys outside with me to chat, unless anyone's got something to add on their own. We can take this outside. Those used to be fighting words. Want to take this outside? Now, lately, it just means throw out the garbage. You want to take this outside, honey? Fuck, god damn it. It's never like that. It's always like, you want to take this shit outside? Be like, baby, I'm not fighting you. Really like your short video about ego wipeout traders. Yeah. I'll drop more vids. I just can't fucking focus with this pain, but they're coming. Imagine using the green screen and wearing a green shirt and having your name be green. And having your pockets full of green. In in Russia, they got this medicine. It's green, and they put it on everything. You get a scrape, you put that shit on. And you get a burn mark, you put it on. You get a fucking blister, you put it on. And like it's funny because you'll be seeing people walking around the streets with just green spots on them, and all it is just topical medication, and it's normal. Like, be like, did a leprechaun shit on you? What the fuck happened? And you're like, nope, it's just a scratch. Eucalyptus oil? No, that shit is green. It literally looks like green paint. Stephen A going off on him. That's wild. Oh wow, the 5 pulled up, back down. It's gonna get interesting here on the 15 and the 30, huh? Almost like here. Just with much bigger stops. Yeah, 6 minutes here. We close like this. Bottom wick on the next candle, break at a highs. Buy stop. Probably be current candle stops on the next candle. We'd need a bottom wick there, and we'd need a break of highs. Well, it depends. How much is this? Here's the thing. What might happen is we might make a top wick first if we close like this, right? And if we make a top wick first, we're going to wait for that steeper bottom wick, right? Because it might come up for that top wick, come back down here, and then we're waiting for that re-break out of highs here then at this point as it flips. And then re-break out of the highs on the current candle will be it. So maybe it'll give us a bit of a top wick that we can now use as the re-break out of high to drive up. Or it just drives up right now and we never get it. Either or, there's a lot of time left. The thing is, you want a bottom wick on the next candle, right? So if you're taking the re-break of the highs here on the 5, yeah, it might ride up. But if you want a bottom wick on the next candle, then you're kind of betting against yourself. Yeah, I'm going to take a position up, but I want it also to go down before it goes up. So why don't you bet on yourself once it does that, instead of betting against yourself, hoping then it plays out. You feel me? Ow, my arm. The next 30 can come back and break the lows. I mean, if the next 30 comes back and breaks the lows, what do you mean, the previous 30 or that current 30 when it's open? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It can do anything. A bunch of what ifs, right? Because we can just be faking out and come back down as well. But then, like, you know, it's a pretty strong bullish closure up here. We just need some kind of stop, man. And we need this to hold 3 minutes. And this fucker's breaking highs. Alright, but this is clean. Look at this candle here. Yeah, this might fill that whole candle. I just don't want to bet against myself here. Alright, I want a bottom wick. Not bad, 25 pip stop. Just look to the left. This is a 5-minute candle. There's absolutely nothing here. No FOMO? No. I'm not getting in here. I'm waiting on a closure, but it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. I think eventually, I'm just trying to figure out where the stop would be here. If this candle breaks its own low, right? You probably want this pullback here as a stop. It's a 52 pip stop. Maybe. Technically, you can also do something like this, right? This was clean range to come up, and look what this candle did. It ended up pulling all the way back here before taking off, right? So if this one can do all of that, and then it'll take your stops and then start driving. Might actually just do that. We'll see. But I can't deny the fact that this is clean range, right? To the left. So if you're able to be patient enough, if you have positions here and you have some decent stops, just let it rock. It'll fill that fairly quickly when it does. When it's time. I just doubt that it's time just yet. 30 closes in 1 minute. One minute. Yeah, I'm not gonna have anything. right here, break of highs. This is going to have to pull back. And it likely will. Look at the top wick on this candle. Chances are this candle pulls back to a support. And when that happens, chances are this candle refills the entire body of the previous candle when this happens, when we get this kind of closure. But if we get to a support, hold it here, we'll look for those buys. It'll be interesting. There's also a level here. It's not the most recent one. We've driven it through it a few times, so I don't really respect it as much, but I do want a better entry than this. If this makes a top wick here, bounces off this area, highly likely to come all the way back down and flip the hourly. Highly likely. So we shall see. Lower bottom wick. What if we get a bottom wick like here we had on the 5 to this area and start flipping bullish? That would make sense after, right? Yeah. See, now that we've made that top wick, if we break it, this range to the left looks clean that we were just talking. You know what? So buy stop. Right, that would be that clean range we were just talking about. We would have a bottom wick. If we flip now, I would expect us to fill it. Makes sense. .2. All right, basically the same. Let's see if we can pump here quickly to the top of that range. Let's get interesting. Stops would have to be current candle, I believe. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. Let's see. Let's see. Current or previous 5. I mean, that's all we can use. The best stops are right here. But how big is that? That's a lot. 77. You know, that's not too bad, but 77. It would be great if we can re-break the low to create a stop on current candle. That would be amazing, but I don't know if I can use current candle stops. 45. Want a previous candle. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. You're gonna be in on main account. I have buy stops here on the funded and in the signal channel, yeah, on the live account. We shall see. Oh, break the lows here. Right, because if we break the lows right now and then re-break the highs, that would be a super high quality position. I'm gonna move this here. $303 flat. Did we break that low? It didn't re-break the low. On the, I'm talking about the 15, the 30, the 1 hour. No, not the 1 hour. 15 to 30. Full TP will be the, oh shit. Full TP will be the top of the range. That's gonna be our full TP. Give it to me. Give it to me. Think about it. After grabbing all these orders, after holding for so long, when we look left here, look at this just clean candle. I feel like we're gonna pump right through it, even if we are to eventually come down. I mentioned it before. If it sticks around, doesn't just fill the whole thing. Now we've pulled back, we've had the closure, right? We've made the top wick that we spoke about, and then we pulled back for the bottom wick. Now the re-break of the top wick. I mean, it's not everything we spoke about beforehand, right? How's the shoulder doing now? Well, now it's worse because you've reminded me. All right, we're in here. Stops. 5. It's too much. I don't know. But the most logical are off that bottom wick there. That clean range to the left we spoke about. We want that pump up. to the left. Can we get this pump? Pump, 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 pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. I don't know. What do we tap? Just don't want to tap RB and then continue to drive up. It's clean range. Once we re-break highs, I'll go break even. I'm gonna go break even right there. Come on. I'm gonna go break even here on the live account as well. You know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna keep that stop at the bottom of the current candle. Let's see. I closed partials right there. All right, here's what I'm doing. I closed partials on the live account. I'm gonna move this up here. Market sell 4 right there. Move this up. Let's get rid of this. Let's have full TP up here. And hold on. I'm gonna set a stop on the live account TP on the live account at, yeah, 33.14. Let's see if it rides up there. I closed 4 out of the 5 contracts that I had open here, and the rest is just, let's see if we can really pump up to the top here. This would be 100 pips. Let's see if it can drive up another 100. Or do we reject and start coming back down here after that heavy drive down? But we got a runner here. Fucking W. Yeah. 80% of the position closed here at resistance. And now we got a runner. We don't have a great entry here, right? On the rebreak at a high, we're kind of mid candles. So if this pulls back, it pulls back. Oh well, we closed a lot. Let's see. Let's see if we can push through. Push through. People at the Zoom door. Gotcha. Oh, whole bunch. So risk-free here, house money. There's potential to ride up here, but we've also tapped a strong resistance, secured 80% of the position here. The rest is up to the gods. Valhalla. But we literally like 10, 15 minutes before this was even a thing, we spoke about this range right here, just this piece and how clean it was, even on the 5, right? And that's exactly what we took advantage of. Like, there's no other way to put it. This is exactly what we just took advantage of. This is that little piece that we wanted.
It was clean as day.
Like, remember I said, once we go up here, it's just going to do exactly like this 5-minute did. And in 5 minutes, this is exactly what it did.
Yeah, if it breaks the highs, it can just push all the way up.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave the stop at 100. I mean, the TP at 100. And
Yeah,
either,
you can trail it.
nah, it's just going to be either a break even. It's because it's only 20% of the position. Usually I would take a 4 lot here, but I was like, no, I'm going to take a 5 lot. So I take my full closure and I'll have that one extra just running for wherever we go. It's,
Yeah, I
mean,
maxed out my daily profit.
Higher time frame right here is, look, like it's a clean range as well. You just got to be patient. If it goes, it'll go like clean. You know what I mean? If it doesn't, it comes back. Oh well. You need these closures above the range. That's it.
I mean, it could fill it up all the way to 33.14. Oh, look at that. It's pushing.
Let's see.
It's pushing.
No, it's got to do a lot more. It's got to push and then close, bottom wick, more pushing.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, gang. The stop loss in the signal channel, it's at break even. I forgot to move that to B. My stop is sitting on the live account right there.
lot to manage.
Yeah, because I'm jumping in between screens, monitors, and platforms and different accounts.
I feel you.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not gonna look for anything. I could have closed, you know, what, $400, $500 here extra, but in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing because the potential here is a lot more. You know, 30, technically 2 to 1 here.
5 closing
This area.
doji.
That's all right. If it comes back, it comes back. Oh well. We'll have another position at another time that will go 100 pips, you know. But at some point, like, you gotta let it run. What am I gonna do? Close another 10%?
I mean, that was a great position because you already caught 21 pips. So whoever caught that position, part of the 2% profitable traders in the world. So drop a like at the same time. Take advantage.
Yeah, worldwide. But yeah, that's it. That's gonna be. Ooh, no. We got no bottom wick on that closure. Damn, we're gonna make a bottom wick here. Fucker. Yo! Come down now. Now you better come down. Yo, this shit drives up from right. Alright, there we go. Yo, Jay, you don't need to promote that hard. His records speak for itself. He didn't even say nothing. He just said good. He gave me props. He said 20 pip W. I like that. Jay is the ultimate hype man. I swear. Ultimate hype man. I'm so happy that we literally spoke about this for a while and then like it all played out to the T. I don't even, it's not about we could have made $20 on there. I swear, it's about the fact that it did exactly as like broken down as predicted based on what the market was doing before. Like to the T. We said it's gonna fill in the same 5-minute candle. It fucking did. In 1 5 minute. Yo, that's what makes me happy. Things like that. When they go according to plan. Not really the profits. Any plans for the next hourly candle? Yeah, get a fucking cortisone shot on the next hourly candle. I'll flip now, won't you? It'll be interesting. You can start getting bearish closures here, maybe 15. If 30 flips, oh yeah, you get a top wick, you break this previous 30, which would also break the previous 15. Might head down here. We'll see how this hourly closes. Because the next hourly is going to need a bottom wick, right? To come up. How does that bottom wick get formed? If we make a top wick, you know, we're going to need to make that bottom wick. If we break these lows, we'll be making that bottom wick. Clean range to the left. But a weak closure doesn't do us any good because a weak closure signals bullish momentum. And at that point, we might just see this. Bottom wick, no bottom wick, and then, you know, that's all she wrote. But the buys were still valid, yes. This way of trading is so much better. Yeah, when it's a 600 pip range, you don't have to guess if your last pineapple 20 positions in is going to be 600 pips down. You know it isn't. You know off the rip it isn't. If anything, you would have lost 70 pips. Oh well. You gain 30, 50, 80 tomorrow, whatever it is. It won't matter. It'll be a wash. Great session today. Really happy with today's session. Really pissed about my shoulder.
New York is cooperating for a change.
Yeah, it's moving. It's moving with structure, right? It wasn't giving us any kind of structure before. Some of y'all jumped out your seat like, what the fuck? Yeah, fix your banana shaped back, chat. Shat your pants. Yeah, gang. You know what? First of all, wait. Where are my thingy things? Anybody see my thingy things? Oh, right here. Found it. First of all, chat. Spam some dubs? Yeah. Well, yeah, that too. But I feel good. Yo, Green, when are we gonna learn that dance, bro? You sent me some fire dance yesterday. We gotta learn that. Next in person, you and I are performing. We need 3 more to make it look good. You're practicing? Yeah, I need you to learn it and then teach me. I don't know some of the moves. Oh, Iron Chaser spammed out his dubs, damn it. Too soon. What is he saying? Fast and Furious? Too soon, Junior. But yeah, what I was gonna say is, yeah, spam some dubs. This is gonna be on Sports Center tonight, right after they show how the Panthers beat the Hurricanes. We're gonna be on Sports Center, chat. This trade's gonna be on Sports Center. Anyway, drop some dubs. Let's go. Spam some dubs. Damn, I just saw my hands on camera and like this. Don't this shit look like a 60-year-old white woman? What's with all the fucking bones, bro? We didn't even catch a W? What do you mean? Of course we did. Caught a pretty big dub. Oh, missed it? Yeah, rewind about 10 minutes. Gotta be quicker than that. Wasn't even the early bird that got the worm today. Alright, 15 closing bearish here. Which means the 30... Ooh. The 30 is not going to close bearish. Or is it? Is there a level here? Yeah, there's a level here. Hold on. It's the hourly closure. The hourly closed bullish. Closed bullish respecting this. There's a chance we, like, here's the deal. Sells look interesting, but like there's a chance we see something like that at 11. You see this candle? We got a bearish closure here. The next candle, it flipped, but then it shot right up. This was a pretty heavy rejection off this area. Yeah, I think I'd want a few more candles to print. If this flips and drives down, then let it be. But if this can hold resistance again, 29.97 after attempting to come up, right? Because you can say the 15, this is the first time. Now this is the first time it's trying to come back up here. Yeah, it could come all the way back down, but I would rather wait more candles, maybe another 15, another 30, to make sure that this right here is not the case, right? That this isn't happening. So like it's all right. It might look nice right here on the break of the lows, but if you want to make sure that that's not happening, maybe you want to avoid this area. Maybe you want to let it play out first. This candle, see that want it to look a bit different, but you do that at the cost of maybe the hourly driving all the way down, right, and correcting the previous hourly. So of a possibility. Yeah, 496. There we go. It's coming down, huh? Yeah, I would wait for this to actually close like this. This looks a little bit different from here, and then start looking for positions. A previous 5, no bottom wick either, right? Like I said, nothing wrong with it. I just don't want to risk the possibility of this pulling back up and doing what it's done here previously. How much did that give you? 16? Yeah, I don't think we would have secured there. This would have probably been a break-even trade. Would have let it come down here to this candle, break even at like 10, 15 pips. Kind of interested to see what it does, but I'm not in on this position. If anything, before 12, possibly, but I honestly doubt it because I really need to get this shot. My living in pain is not it. Yeah, chat, let's call it a session. I'm going to call it a session here. If this sets up within the hour and I'm still home, obviously I'll take a position, but don't bank on it. I really want to go prioritize my arm today. Yeah, thank you guys for rocking with me today. This lovely morning. Great session. Everything played out exactly like we wanted, like we drew it up. And we couldn't ask for any more. Maybe a runner, maybe a steeper runner, right? But outside of that, did what we wanted. Congrats to everybody that took the dubs with us. If you showed up late, make sure you show up on time next time. And Zoom gang, Kenny, yes, everybody else. I'll see you guys in the clubhouse. Mods, thank you for having me on the stream. Green, I'm depending on you for that dance. Right? You gotta learn that, brother. And Inner Circle, if my shot works today, we will run Inner Circle tomorrow on a Friday, and then we'll do our webinar on Saturday. But I need to get this shit, and I gotta make sure that this shit works. So if I'm feeling great tomorrow, we'll run. All right, chat. Love and wisdom to you all. Once again, thank you for joining me. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another New York session is in the books. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Later.